One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good morning, everyone. Yes, it's a new year. Yes, signed, sealed, delivered. It's here. We're yours, you're ours, and all that kind of good stuff. Welcome to Unity of Wimberley, Texas. I'm going to take this off so you can actually see my face. And I am Reverend Kid Holmes. It is so good to be with you. Thank you for joining us this morning. It is January 2nd, 2022. My goodness, here we are. We made it. Yeah, believe it or not. We welcome the new year. Thank you. So grateful to have you join us today, no matter where you are. We know and affirm that God is where you are, because that's how it works. All is well. Today is our annual White Stones ceremony. We celebrate and honor the new beginnings by setting a sacred intention to follow Spirit's guidance in the word we receive today in meditation. Today's white stone ceremony is an ancient ritual dating back to the time of Jesus and actually before then. At a time when a person was released from bondage, they were given a white stone affirming to others their debt was paid, and when they were set free, they got a new name. So we invite you to stand this morning as you're able and you feel willing to join us in affirming the joy and freedom we experience when we stay in conscious connection with our source. And join us by singing our opening song with Julie Reagan's Jeff Stocky, Scott Wade, and myself. Woke up this morning, stayed on Spirit. Let's stand and do it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Walking and talking with my mind walking and talking with my mind stayed on Spirit. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on Spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Loving and blessing with my mind stayed on Spirit. Loving and blessing with my mind stayed on Spirit. Loving and blessing with my mind stayed on Spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm going in with my mind stayed on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. One more time, hallelujah, hallelujah,
Well, good morning. That was an energetic beginning, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So please join me as we affirm our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And now let us unite our spirits as we hold this vision for our church. We are an open-hearted spiritual community, powerfully transforming our world by honoring the sacred in all. And we practice this mission, inspired by our shared spiritual awakening. We offer practical teachings that empower healthy, abundant, and meaningful living. Just keep saying Ann Hollows, and I think I'm not Ann Hollows. I don't think. Today's daily word is for Sunday, January 2nd, and the word is clarity. And the affirmation is, time spent communing with God gives me clarity. When I gaze toward the heavens on a moonlit night, I expect to see twinkling stars and constellations. But if I use a telescope, I can see the details with much greater clarity. This example could describe my spiritual life as well. I may go about my day mindful and of my blissful feelings in kinship with all the people. These things and more are the fruits of my faith. But I find clarity during times of intentional contemplation. When I meditate upon the truth, I feel the presence of God fill my consciousness and touch my heart. This clarity informs my thoughts, words, and actions, bringing my faith to vivid life. And from Corinthians, for now we see in a mirror dimly, but then we will see face to face. Now I know only in part, then I will know fully, even as I have been fully known. And now with the gathering prayer is Leslie Howe.
Good morning. Okay, everybody, let's close your eyes, get comfortable in your chair, and take a deep breath. Clear your mind of all thoughts and focus on spirit. So often we've been advised to live in the now. Certainly this is good advice and an admirable goal. But today, listen also to the words of John Davis, a teacher at the spiritually centered Ridgwam School in Colorado. At this turning point, as at others, we pause from our struggle to hold on and relax into the passing of what is no more. We pause from our sadness and relax on a carpet of green moss. We pause from our longing and drink in the sufficiency of the moment. We pause from our dread of emptiness and enter a deeper emptiness that is still, luminous, and sweet. At this turning point, as at others, we take a breath and step forward, unprepared but awake. And you, dear sisters and brothers, ask Spirit, for what do you pause at this turning point? Amen.
Today as I stand open to divinity in me, I choose my name. I choose my name. A name chosen by Spirit, and then whispered to my heart. From this day I am awakened to the nature God intended with my name. I write my name on a white stone, a name that means both purity and truth. Inner wisdom, silent strength, my name expresses God in me on this white stone. On this white stone, I write my name. Today as I stand open to divinity in me, I write my name. I write my name. A name chosen by Spirit, and then whispered to my heart. From this day I am awakened to the nature God intended with my name. I write my name on a white stone, a name that means both purity and truth. In a wisdom, silent strength, my name expresses God in me on this white stone. On this white stone, I write my name. Thank you all. Okay, I know we're trying to rearrange some things up here. We have a smaller drum set, thanks to Scott, for this week. The other one will come back next week with a different drummer. And it's a new year, new stuff. Woohoo is right. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. First of all, I would like to thank Marilyn for jumping in at the last second to take over platform. Marilyn Van Hooser and our prayer chaplain, Leslie Howe. The slides didn't get corrected. Things change. Life is change, always, isn't it? Always. What do? We roll with it. And we do it well, and we do it with love, and we do it with gratitude, and we do it with just a sense of, like, you know what? God's in charge. So it is our white stone ceremony today, and I love doing this one because not only is it the symbology with new beginnings, new starts, all of that kind of stuff, but we really just have this kind of, to me, I feel this collective, like, yeah, okay, clean slate, start over, new year, new day. The legend of the white stone, as you heard in the opening, there's a lot of mythological stuff even before the time of Jesus. But the white stone in and of itself was quite, as I said, the history around it was when you paid your debt, when you came out of prison, whatever it was, the white stone was an indicator that you had taken care of business. And you were free to go about, you had a clean slate to go on about your life, healed, moved on, repented, whatever that might be. That was the indication if somebody saw you on the street and they're like, hey, I thought you were, like, nope, here's my stone. Look, here's my stone. But this goes back in our spiritual traditions as well, through not just having a name on a white stone, but all the way back to early stuff, when there is a spiritual transformation. Something in us changes, and it changes who we are, down to the place where we can say, I'm going to change my name. I've got a new name because I'm a new person. If you think about the Catholic tradition, the Catholic sacrament of confirmation, we take a new name. Those of you familiar with that. In other traditions, in other things, we take a new name that says we have crossed some kind of a threshold. In the indigenous practices, we go through those rites of passage from youth into teen years, into all the other rituals that we do as human beings. There's something that changes us. Even in marriage, it doesn't happen so much anymore, but somebody on one side or the other takes a new name in the new relationship, in the new togetherness. So this is a long history that we do this. And today, the stones that you are holding, they're actually from a company called the Jerusalem Stone Company, and yes, they came from Jerusalem. They are limestone, but they are not limestone like we find in the hill country. They are limestone with dolomite in them, which is also a sacred kind of deal. They build temples out of this stuff, and signs and sacred symbols, because it's a harder, shinier, it's got that little bit of crystalline dolomite in it, and dolomite is actually a very healing stone. I've got Evie, our youth and family ministries director, gave us all nice big pieces of dolomite sitting on my desk, and it's like, whew, wave that over a few things and clear out some energy. So the stone itself is, it's got some symbology to it. In metaphysics, the color white represents, of course, purity, but also victory and joy. And so there's all kinds of meaning that we put around our symbology about new beginnings today. From Revelations, and I'm going to do the metaphysical interpretation of this. It says, "He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches." But what that is what the Spirit, what we hear in consciousness. "To him who conquers," that means who overcomes mass thinking or living from the material effect rather than spiritual cause, "I shall give some of the hidden manna," and the manna is the manna from heaven, which there's a whole nother thing about. The Bible's all about metaphor, right? And story and symbology and so forth. So, "I shall give some of the hidden manna," which is actually our deep spiritual knowledge, our food, our spiritual food. "And I will give him a white stone with a new name," and the new name is our new I am, a level of consciousness. "I will give him a white stone with a new name written on it, which no one knows except he who receives it." So this is the message to our heart. This is the message that we will go into in meditation today, to receive that word for 2022 that becomes our literal touchstone. I usually walk around with mine in my pocket for the first couple of weeks of the year, and then it sits on my desk or somewhere that I see it every day to remind me that this was a word, a name chosen by Spirit, and then whispered to my heart, as we heard in that song by Sue Riley. So in order to receive the good that is ours, we have to be in some kind of a receptive form. We have to be in a mode of receiving. We have to be open to it and setting aside our ego's idea of what that might be. Not like creating the goals. The goals are different. It's good to have them as we go into this new year. We have to have something to aim for, right? Otherwise, we are just letting the winds of life just kind of blow us and buff us and move us around and just say, oh, well, guess that was God's will, and I'm going to blame everything on God and not take responsibility for my part in being in a reciprocal relationship with Spirit. So we have to be open. We have to, if you think about it from the metaphor of a plant, we use a lot in this teaching. The plant, the seed is the idea. That is the name from Spirit. The soil needs to be prepared so that that seed will grow. I think there was a master teacher who kind of had a metaphor about that same thing. If the seed falls on stone, if it falls in amongst the weeds, if we don't take the weeds out, anything that keeps that seed from growing, that's our job, is to get that stuff out of the way. So we have to prepare the soil so that that seed can have everything that it needs to be nurtured, to grow into exactly what it is supposed to be, the divine design that is in that seed for what it is to become in this life, just as we are. And so how do we do that? That good old spiritual practice called forgiveness work. Oh, I got to let go of some stuff that I'm holding against someone or something or situation. Our unwillingness to forgive keeps us trapped in the weeds, literally, figuratively. On those days where we're just like, oh man, I'm in the weeds. Well, yeah, we have to do our human part from the inspiration to make sure that we are taking care of, nurturing everything in every way possible that we can. That's our deal with being on this planet as Spirit in human form. We have to do our part. It's a lovely idea. It's a really, trust me, really super lovely idea to think about sitting on my meditation cushion or couch or wherever it is all day long just going, okay, show me God, take care of everything, take care of everything, take care of everything. It's a really nice idea. But that's not how it works. We are going to open to that name today. We are going to open to that and say, okay, God, show me. And then we take that and we do our part with it. The founder of Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes, of religious science, says, there is a divine awareness in you that will lead you onward and upward. Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, says, when we redeem ourselves from bondage to sense, meaning our attachment to the human traits, the human experience, the conditions, the circumstances, the appearances. When we redeem ourselves from bondage to sense, we shall be sustained by an inner or spiritual food with an understanding of truth, which is the foundation upon which we develop our true Christ-like consciousness, our true I am. So we stay open, we take it in, and we let go of the idea that our external things happening in our life is the truth of who we are. There's a saying in a lot of training that I did and a lot of coaching and a lot of stuff that I got from ministerial school, and it takes a little while to wrap your head around it. But the circumstances and conditions of our lives are the curriculum of our evolution. I'll say that again. The conditions of our lives are the curriculum of our evolution. The simpler way to say that is, what's going on in your life right now? That's the conditions. It informs your evolution. Because if we go back to the basics at the beginning of the year, we're back to the basics of metaphysical teaching, our thoughts create. The beliefs behind the thought give the thought energy that moves it into manifestation. Talked about this the last couple of weeks, is the, if you want to go to the quantum version of this, everything exists in infinite possibility, and as soon as we give it our attention with our consciousness, we collapse the wave of possibility into probability, into manifestation. You just got a whole bunch of stuff there. It's okay, breathe. They're like, let's get on to the part where we write our name. This is the foundation of it, though. This is where we come from. And this is what I'm talking about in terms of preparing the soil. Because we want to rush through, oh, okay, I'm going to let this go, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to write down my name, and I'm going to do this thing, and then I'm going to get on with the new year. One of my colleagues, a guy named Scott Aubrey, he has a beautiful website called spiritualpassages.org if you are looking for resources and quotes and wonderful things. And he also sends out a daily short meditation kind of thing, just really cool stuff. And his last name is A-W-B-R-Y, Scott Aubrey. And he says, we do well to pay attention to the day after the chief moments of our lives. For example, New Year's Day, White Stone Day. We do well to pay attention to the day after the chief moments in our lives. For on that day, we tend to return to customary living. We go right back. Our values, beliefs, and intentions are revealed on the day following a momentous occasion. That's the second mile of the long race, the day after a new beginning. The energy of the day after sets the tone for going forward. So if we think about New Year's resolutions and plans and goals and all those things in our lives, and we're all fired up, how many of you are ready to hit the gym tomorrow morning for the first time in years? Maybe. You all know better in here. You're like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And that's the sign of the growth and the progress that we have. We know our human tendency is, I'm going to get fired up about this today, and maybe day 2, maybe day 3, maybe day 4, we're still going at it, and then right? Because our mental habit is Well, I'm just going to say it. We are human beings. We like comfort and we like familiarity and we like to feel good. It's just how we're built. Doesn't mean we're bad or we're wrong or we're not doing it right or we're all those things. It just means that's our tendency. And we can create a new tendency just like we created the old one by daily practice, being aware, staying aware. What am I thinking? What am I doing with my thoughts? What am I doing with my beliefs? Am I really, really, really going for this? And what happens when the times get a little challenging to do this new thing? That second mile. It's leaning in. It's finding support as we lean in. It's being willing to open the door just a little bit more and go one thought over to say, yep, I'm going to do this differently, without judging ourselves harshly, holding ourselves accountable, but not beating ourselves up when we don't quite make the mark. That's the important practice here. That is also part of preparing the soil, keeping the soil good and nourished. That's the idea. Excuse me. Oh, that good old cedar. Yes. So there is a little saying that I wrote down so I would remember it. As we prepare to do the white stone meditation, and this is how the process is going to work today. You have the Sharpie, you have the stone on your chair. As we go into meditation, I invite you to hold the stone, to put your energy around the stone, to be open to it. And asking Spirit to reveal, to set aside, as I said, the ego and the place, we know the seed, we think we know what it's going to do, but we need that assistance, we need that help. It is Spirit, reveal to me what I need to know about this word, this purpose, this calling on my heart. Spirit, reveal to me what I need to know about it in a way that I can understand it and respond to it. Not react to it, but respond to it. Lovingly, creatively, and wisely. And I like this mantra or this prayer because there's a sense of gentleness about it. It's not, show me, Spirit, let's get her done, let's move forward. It continues to open us. Spirit, reveal to me. Reveal to me that what I need to know, that which I need to know, in a way that I can understand it. A lot of times we ask for, do we not? I do all that. We ask for signs. Show me, God, give me a sign, do me, next step. What's my next, what am I here to do next? And we forget to say, can you show it to me in a way that I can recognize it? Do we not? Because they're always there. The guidance is always there. We are always being shown, and that's the thing. That's the deal with our relationship with Spirit. We can ask. Can you give it to me in a way that I won't miss it? That I won't second guess it? That I won't try to think my way around what's tapping on my heart about it? And that way we are in that beautiful, gentle, joyful communion in conversation with that one power and that one presence. Show me in a way that I can understand it and respond to it. And respond to it lovingly, creatively, and wisely. Don't those sound a lot more pleasurable than doing that? We like comfort, we like pleasure, we like joy, we like easy. And we make things so hard on ourselves, do we not? I'm not speaking for you, I'm speaking for me. my spiritual practice over the last almost 3 decades has been, show me. And initially it was show me and then get it out of the way, and it has moved and it has evolved into that place of, okay, I recognize it. Yeah, not comfortable. But I know that it can be done easily. I know it can be let go of gently. I've been using the word gentle a lot. I have been practicing the word gentle in my life a lot. Because I'm here to tell you, I've been my good old judge, jury, conviction, jailer for a lot of years. And I would imagine by some little head nods that I'm seeing that you have too. We have often given ourselves punishment that far outweighs any crime. And so the idea here today is with your white stone. That's your get out of jail card. It's your get out of jail stone. For yourself, to let yourself off that impossibly high hook. And to say, yeah, I'm doing the best I can with what I've got right here, right now. And I am responding to life. I am willing to respond to life in a creative, easy, wise way. So as we move into this meditation, as you begin to bring to mind or open yourselves to that word of spirit, or something that you would like to grab hold of, this is your purpose, I will give you a note of caution to surround it with ease and grace. Because I speak from experience that when we sometimes ask for something to be shown, it can turn everything upside down. And it's really okay to say, show me in a way that I can understand it, so I can respond to it creatively, wisely, gently. Thank you for being here today. Oh, I just love this. The logistics. I love new beginnings, and that's the thing. It doesn't have to happen once a year, or once a week, or once a month. Sometimes it's moment to moment. In fact, our practice is moment to moment. Being open and awake and aware, and receiving and then doing our part to bring that call on our hearts into our human experience for the highest and best for everyone in this world. So, we will go into meditation. You'll know to, when Spirit talks to your heart and says, this is your word, write it down. When we're finished with the service today, there's some baskets at the back. Please leave the pens, please leave the Sharpies, take your stone with you. It's really simple. Yeah. And I also invite you and remind you as well from the scripture that talks about it. Unless you feel so moved, don't run out the door and say, hey, here's my new word. Here's my new name. It's for you. It only means what it means to you. And you're trying to explain it to somebody else kind of dissipates the whole idea behind this. It's yours. So honor it as the sacred name that it is. So bless you as we move into meditation. Go ahead and take those stones in your hands and hold on to them. And let's take a deep breath. Yeah. And breathe in and get comfortable. Get your feet flat on the floor. And as you breathe, imagine that air, that good, clean oxygen air going into your body is coming in through the top of your head, the crown chakra. A brilliant white. And breathe deeply in, moving that light, swirling about your head all the way down through your head, relaxing your shoulders. Seeing it wrapped around, swirling around down your arms, out your fingertips. Moving down your shoulders, down through your torso, through the heart, wrapping, swirling, embracing the heart. And it continues to move down through your body, through your hips, down your legs, right down through the soles of your feet, planting roots. Grounding you in that holy ground where you are. Wherever you are. And allow that healing, warm, vibrant light to swirl back up and land right there in your heart. And as you breathe, imagine that heart space and that warm, vibrant light that's comforting. And it just feels like home. Allow it to continue to open and open and open. And imagine somewhere in the world, wherever that might be, somewhere in nature, whether it is in the cosmos, out in the stars, or whether it is right here in the chair you're seated in right now. But you can populate that space with beauty. Look at the colors, notice how the air feels around you. This is the most beautiful place on the planet or in the universe that you can imagine. Breathe in the peace. everything that you need is right here. In this place, in this moment, it is perfect. It is safe. This is the place where you know you are unconditionally loved and infinitely supplied and supported in every moment. And it is in this place that you know that all is well and all is forgiven. And it is in this place that you know you are divine, perfect, whole, complete, as you are right now. It is in this place that you know you can forgive whatever, whoever. You can respond to it in a way that is loving. Does not mean that you didn't experience it. It just means that that experience no longer has any power to define who you are now. And it is from this place this open and willing and receptive place in the fertile soil that we ask, Spirit, what is the name? What is my new name? For this day, for this year, that will remind me that I can respond lovingly, creatively, and wisely. And when you feel ready, write that name on your stone. And as you take a deep breath now, allow the gratitude send gratitude swirling back up like that breath, like that healing light. Imagine it going out from this beautiful place that you're sitting, out to the stars, back and forth. Carrying your name, your intention, God's intention, guiding you every step of the way from this point forward. Knowing that all of the courage, all of the strength, all of the guidance, everything you need to be this name is here, right now, present and available, and always. And as you take a deep breath and begin to bring yourself back to this space, know that every moment is a brand new day. A brand new opportunity to choose grace and ease, joy and peace. And know that all is well. All is indeed well. So Happy New Year, my friends. Happy New You. You are loved so dearly. Take a deep breath. If you feel a need to stretch, stretch. Blessings and namaste. How's everybody doing? Welcome back. You're not quite back yet, are you? Okay. All right. How about we all do a little stretch? Just move your arms and shoulders and plant your feet. There you go. Breathing, present right here, right now. Good. Yay. Good to see you. All right. This is the time in our service that we have the opportunity to circulate our good. With grateful hearts, we practice our prosperity consciousness, and we at Unity of Wimberley are a tithing church. We share our gifts, the gifts that we receive, the gifts that you send, we share a portion of that as recirculate them as an affirmation of our oneness with the divine flow. So we thank you for the gifts that you have already sent. We are grateful for the gifts that you are sending now. We know that Spirit is working through us and as us to supply all that is needed for our community and beyond. So let's take a moment to bring this truth into our hearts as we prepare our offerings and our ushers come forward. And if you want to, put your stone, put your offering, put your gift, put your idea of your gift. Put it into that power and the warmth in your hands. Put it right over your heart space. As a reminder, there are several ways that you can share your gifts with Unity of Wimberley. All of them are up on your screen. You can text GIVE to the number there. You can go to the website, unityofwimberley.com, and find donate buttons, including Apple Pay and other things there. You can send your checks to 455 White Wings Road, Wimberley, Texas 78676. You can text GIVE on our church app. Just look for Unity of Wimberley, and also on Venmo, look for Unity of Wimberley, and you'll find it there. So let us say together with gratitude and warmth and love and in our hearts together, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And it is a new day. Y'all ready? Jeff's got look at him, he's hitting the gas pedal already. He's like, all right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, yeah. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day right now. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, a brand new day right now. You got your body, your hands, your eyes, and your ears. You got your mind, your thoughts, your dreams, and your fears. You got your soul, a beautiful soul, oh yeah. Life can be happy, life can be blue. You get the one you're giving your attention to. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day right now. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, a brand new day right now. You got your pride, but don't let it get in your way. You got your past, but it ain't who you are today. You got your soul, a beautiful soul, oh yeah. Every moment is mighty, you get to choose. Shine your love and light, you got nothing to lose. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day right now. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, a brand It's a brand new day right now. It's a brand new day right now. It's a brand new day right now. It's a brand new day on. You can be happy or blue. It's all up to you. It's a new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Julie Reagans, Jeff Stocky, and Scott Wade. Vector on the drums, thank you. So let us bless the gifts that have come forward together with our hearts. Let's say this together. We bless these gifts and the givers with our love and gratitude. Thank you so much. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, ushers. Thank you for all the volunteers. Thank you for the crew today. And thank you those who are watching online. Remember to leave your pens in the basket on the way out, unless you really, really, really just need a Sharpie. Thank you. I had to say that for Leah's behalf, just so you know. Next week, let's see, I'm sorry, annual meeting, please save the date. Please plan on being here, January 23rd, following the Sunday service. It will also be live streamed, but we would love for you to be in the room, especially because you get to vote. If you are a member of this, you get to vote on our new board members. Join us next Sunday. Reverend Jill will be back. She's had some time off, and I know she's just waiting to get back here. Her talk of Fresh Start Guidance, I know she's happy to be back. She's had some good time off. Wednesday, Zoom stuff starts January 12th. It does not start this week. It starts the week after on Wednesday. I will be leading that class, which is Moving from Fear to Faith, which are some tools, lots of tools and principles about taking your new word into the new year and your new intentions, and some practices and things that'll just keep you rocking and rolling, those tools. There's no book for this class. The materials will be available. I'll send them to you as we're on Zoom, and hope you can join us for that. A huge thank you to everyone who made our special services so special, the Burning Bowl, the Christmas Eve service, all of those things. And Leah sends a huge thank you to everyone that stayed last Sunday to take down, undecorate the church. I know it looks a little bare in here, but thank you for getting that done. I mean, I think it took all of about 10 minutes. It was terrific. So thank you. We made the job really easy, put it in short order, took care of business. My personal thanks this week for those who helped to come and get the labyrinth back in ship shape. It's not quite finished, but man, it was a big job. Thank you to Andrea Ballantyne, Pinnell Simmons, Peggy Cole, Stephanie Longbreak, and Tommy Potts with his chainsaw, of course. We moved a bunch of stones. You see the before picture. Last couple years, it's gotten pretty overgrown. Cut down a lot of things, and we also did a reconfiguration, as it were. So I'm not going to tell you about it. You'll have to go down to see it, but you will enter now. You can enter from the easy flat space opposite the pool is the entrance to the labyrinth now, and we will have a rededication ceremony sometime in the near future, and we will let you know about that. As we look to fill our YFM positions, Evie could use some help, some volunteers. We are looking for part-time paid positions for the teachers and for our YFM director, because Evie's, she's just got so much on her plate. In the meantime, please help her with volunteers. Of course, right now, for the time being, kids' classes are on Zoom until we get through this last wave of variants so that our kids can come back. So thank you. Let Evie know she's here today if you want to help volunteer. Please tune into Facebook Live every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Reverend Jill and I share meditations, short little things, readings, fun stuff, inspirations to keep you going through the week. You can drop off your Feed My People donations directly at, you can send your financial donations to Crisis Bread Basket at P.O. Box 1721, Wimberley, Texas, 78676. You can drop them off at the front foyer here in the church. Thank you for doing that, especially through the holidays. Much appreciated. Email your questions, concerns, prayer requests to Reverend Jill or myself. You see the email addresses up there. And if you would like to schedule a time to meet in person with me, I'm here for a little while and I will be back in a couple of weeks. Just email Leah at business@unityofwimberley.com. We'll set up an appointment to do that in person. Both Jill and I are available to do that. All right, as a reminder, Leslie Howe, thank you, today, is available to pray with you after the service. Please do not leave here with a heavy heart. Again, I want to thank Marilyn and Leslie for jumping in. There was a lot of staff changes over the last 24 to 48 hours about who was going to be here to be chaplain and platforming and so forth. And as usual, ladies, you stepped up. Thank you. Always grateful for that. Fill out a blue prayer request sheet in the prayer box in the fireside room. Yellow gratitude sheets. Those get, we don't ever name names, but we do like to put them in the newsletter to let you know we want to celebrate with you. That's part of our spiritual practice too, is celebrating, of course, the good in our lives. If this is your first visit with us, is anyone here for the first time? There was someone here earlier, and I guess she's, yes, hello, welcome. I'm not to embarrass you or anything, but if you would like to get on our mailing list, if you'd like to get a more permanent name tag than a little stick-on one, there are some cards in the front foyer, our visitor's table, and some information there, so please feel free to do that. If your mailing address, if any of your information, your email address, if anything has changed, please change that information on one of those cards as well so that we can get you updated in our system. I think that's it. It's a lot, always, and thank you again for being here today. If you would, please stand as you're able, and let us say our prayer for protection together. Together? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.